MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2. Origin Continent. Volume 8. The Battle of Yulan City. Chapter 318 Luo Feng and Palace Master Weiyang. 13th of Volume 8. The cave residence of the Lord of Weiyang Hall. Palace Master, this Luo Feng is extremely arrogant. Even when you personally invited him, he claimed that he is too busy. He also said he would come to visit you after he is done with screening of tens of thousands of practitioners and all of his tasks. The shadowy figure of the owner of Weiyang Pavilion respectfully reported. Does he really think after having Yuanxiang's support, he can ignore even me? Palace Master Weiyang showed a smile on sculpture-like face. Then wait until he comes to visit himself. Palace Master Weiyang said indifferently. The owner of the Weiyang Pavilion bowed slightly before vanishing. Among the elders of Yulan City, the majority of elders follows Palace Master Weiyang for one simple reason: his overwhelming strength. His expertise in formation is even most critical to the city's defensive system, making him an irreplaceable force. Before Luo Feng's arrival, even Lord Yuanxiang had been prepared to transfer the city builders' authority to Palace Master Weiyang. Palace Master Weiyang was originally the top candidate for this role. However, after meeting Luo Feng, Lord Yuanxiang was astonished. Luo Feng's talent and potential far surpassed that of Lord Weiyang's. Even so, Palace Master Yuanxiang will not give Luo Feng the authority of city builder unless he masters strength of 2.5 Xuanhuan levels. Because at that level, Luo Feng would be undisputedly dominant, crushing all opposition with absolute force. However, if Luo Feng's cultivation remains on par with Palace Master Weiyang and Palace Master Gaitao, then Palace Master Weiyang's formation mastery would still be Yulan City's most valuable asset. Luo Feng. Yuanxiang thinks highly of you. Palace Master Weiyang still held a strong sense of superiority over Luo Feng. After all, he was Yulan City's top god emperor, a semi-Xuanhuan level Dao practitioner, and had refined his physical body to an extremely powerful level. He can annihilate a perfection god emperor low-level Xuanhuan lifeform with just his physical strength. This alone shows how high his achievements in body refinement is. Yet, his most terrifying strength lay in his mastery of formations. Combined with his terrifying physical strength and the powerful artifacts at his disposal, he had firmly secured his position as Yulan City's strongest being. Even among the low-level Xuanhuan lifeform factions that sought to attack Yulan City, Lord Weiyang was their greatest threat. Luo Feng, I want to see just how strong you really are to dare to ignore me. Palace Master Weiyang was looking forward to it. I will teach you a lesson: no matter who supports you, true power is the only thing that determines your status. Even Yuanxiang has to rely on me to defend Yulan City. This time, Palace Master Weiyang was determined to make Luo Feng understand his place, to let him know who is the true ruler of Yulan City. Yulan City, core area Zuntian Palace. Inside a majestic grand hall, Luo Feng sat high upon his throne. Elite soldiers were lined up in a row on both sides of the hall. How many suspected practitioners have been arrested? Luo Feng inquired. Reporting to the commander, we have arrested a total of 53,622 practitioners. One of the patrol squad leaders stepped forward and reported. Luo Feng nodded. Bring them in one by one, and have them walk past me. One by one. The soldiers and guards in the hall looked surprised. No more than 1,000 practitioners should enter the hall each time, Luo Feng commanded. They only need to walk past me. If any are possessed, they would not be able to escape from my sight. Yes, sir. Although they were surprised, the guards swiftly carried out his orders. Soon, a long line of suspected practitioners began entering the grand hall through the main gate and exiting through the side door under heavy supervision. None dared to cause a commotion. They all noticed the black-haired man seated in the center of the hall, Luo Feng. At this moment, his forehead split open, revealing his third eye, the bionic eye of destruction. Buzz. A low hum resonated through the hall. A formless power spread outward, penetrating the bodies of all the practitioners. None dared to resist. Under the restrictions of the city's laws, they had no way to shield themselves from Luo Feng's piercing gaze. At this moment, Luo Feng could directly observe the deepest layers of their souls. With this method, no one could hide from his sight. Commander, some suspects committed suicide during the arrests, a patrol team squad leader reported. We believed that they were probably possessed, so we also detained those who had contact with them. Luo Feng nodded. Any practitioner who successfully walks out of main hall, they can be released directly. Released directly. The patrol team squad leader and the surrounding soldiers were shocked. Just like that. Based on past experiences, all the practitioners have to be exploited ruthlessly before they are released. However, no matter how severe the exploitation, the ordinary guards never received any benefits. All the rewards were taken by Lord Weiyang and the some elders. We are in the middle of the screening process. Once they step out of the main hall, it means they have passed the inspection and are free to leave, Luo Feng said coldly, glancing at the patrol team squad leader. Why? Do you have a problem with my decision? No objections. The patrol team squad leader quickly responded in fear. This commander didn't even give face to the master of Wuxia Pavilion or Palace Master Weiyang. How could a mere squad leader like him dare to question his authority? Luo Feng shot him a glance but said nothing more. He had no interest in befriending the two deputy commanders of Xuanhuan Palace or any of the squad leaders. Nor did he care about the hidden power struggles among them. However, if anyone dared to disobey his orders, Luo Feng wouldn't hesitate to enforce the rules, making an example out of them. Suddenly, Luo Feng detected something unusual within the soul of one of the practitioners who had entered the hall. A heart-bewitching worm was lurking. Do you really think you can escape from my eyes? With a mere thought, Luo Feng released a flash of blood-red light that enveloped the practitioner. The man collapsed instantly, and the heart-bewitching worm fell into Luo Feng's hand. Interesting. So, you still have clones out there. Luo Feng immediately used his bionic eye of destruction eye to trace the cause and effect lines connected to this heart-bewitching worm. As the lines became clearer, he pinpointed the locations of its remaining clones. Without hesitation, he dispatched his clones to capture the rest of the heart-bewitching worm clones hiding throughout the various places of Yulan City. There are more of them. Some of the surrounding guards were shocked. The suspected practitioners also began to panic. However, Luo Feng continued the screening process without pause. The thousands of practitioners entered in batches of several hundred at a time, passing through the hall swiftly. Due to the discovery of additional heart-bewitching worm clones, the investigation took longer than expected, and many patrol members had to be mobilized. More suspects were captured and sent to Xuanhuan Palace for further screening. Once the screening was complete, Luo Feng ordered the rest to be released. We're really free to go. We actually made it out of Xuanhuan Palace. The suspected practitioners had expected to be detained for a long time, suffering extortion in the process. Yet, to their astonishment, they were released in less than a day without losing a single Xuanhuan crystal. They didn't exploit us. This is unbelievable. Looking back at the towering Xuanhuan Palace, they had mentally prepared themselves for harsh imprisonment and forced extortion. Stop standing around. Do you want to go back inside? The guards at the palace gates scolded. Hearing this, the practitioners quickly scattered, filled with relief and gratitude. Phew. Luo Feng stepped out of Xuanhuan Palace, after finally finished with the screening. Commander. The guards at the palace entrance saluted him respectfully, watching as he flew away. The position of Xuanhuan Palace commander once belonged to the owner of Weiyang Pavilion. Now, it is held by God Emperor Luo Feng. And under his rule, all the practitioners had to do was walk through the hall once, and they were free to go. This God Emperor Luo Feng is far superior to the previous commander-owner of Weiyang Pavilion. His investigative methods and decisiveness are unmatched, yet he didn't exploit us. I hope more practitioners like God Emperor Luo Feng rise to power. The practitioners whispered among themselves, their voices filled with admiration. For them, having a leader like Luo Feng meant a better life for ordinary practitioners. Unfortunately, the cultivation world follows the law of the jungle. Leaders who are both powerful and compassionate are very rare. There are many others, those in high positions like the Lord of the Insect Nest, Lord Weiyang, or the Master of Weiyang Pavilion who are self-serving and ruthless. With his task complete, Luo Feng finally made his way to visit the cave residence of Palace Master Weiyang. Luo Feng. The guards outside Palace Master Weiyang's residence smirked. Our lord has been waiting for you for a long time. Ha ha. Please, enter. Luo Feng nodded and stepped inside. This was the largest cave residence in the entire city. Even with a guard leading the way, Luo Feng had to walk for quite some time before finally arriving at a massive courtyard. In the vast courtyard, only a single figure stood Palace Master Weiyang. His posture was stiff, almost statue-like, and his face was devoid of emotion, making him appear somewhat like a puppet. However, his deep, abyss-like eyes, seemingly capable of devouring all things, made Luo Feng realize that this man was no ordinary being. Luo Feng, Palace Master Weiyang looked at him. His face, originally expressionless, forced out a slight smile. You are a powerhouse from the origin world, with countless clones at your disposal. Yet, you couldn't even send one of them to meet me earlier. Did you really have to finish screening tens of thousands of practitioners first and make me wait? Screening that many practitioners required my full attention. I couldn't afford any distractions, Luo Feng said calmly. Meeting you, Palace Master Weiyang, naturally requires sincerity. Sincerity. Palace Master Weiyang nodded. Now that you've finished your task, you should go to Palace Master Yuanxiang and resign from your position as the commander of Zuntian Palace. Do that, and I will consider you my friend. I cannot resign, Luo Feng shook his head. Palace Master Weiyang's expression darkened, his voice turning cold. I am telling you to step down from the position. Luo Feng raised an eyebrow in surprise, then suddenly burst into laughter loud and unrestrained. Ha ha ha. Interesting. This is too amusing. Palace Master Weiyang's face sank further. You find this funny? Of course. Luo Feng looked at him with a smirk. This is our first time meeting, and you're already ordering me to resign. Isn't that the biggest joke? What gives you the confidence to think you can command me? Palace Master Weiyang's gaze turned cold. HMPH. With a cold snort, black flames suddenly ignited in the air and surged toward Luo Feng, engulfing him. The flames were terrifyingly powerful, strong enough to severely wound even a low-level Xuanhuan life form at the late-stage God Emperor realm. However, Luo Feng's undying blood sea body had already evolved to a new level. It was not inferior to a low-level Xuanhuan life form at the perfection God Emperor realm. With the additional support of his immortal heart, his resilience was beyond comprehension. Is this all? Luo Feng chuckled, standing completely unscathed. It can't even burn a single strand of my hair. Palace Master Weiyang's eyes narrowed, but then he smiled. Not bad, you do have some skill. Within Yulan City, strict laws prevented large-scale battles, so he had only used a fraction of his power to make Luo Feng back off. Yet, to his surprise, Luo Feng treated his flames as nothing more than air. Luo Feng, in Yulan City, you'd better listen to me. Palace Master Weiyang's tone turned threatening. Obey me, and one day, I could make you a palace master too. Luo Feng smiled. You do not control Yulan City. With that, he turned and left. Watching Luo Feng's departing figure, Palace Master Weiyang let out a cold chuckle. He thinks that just because he blocked a wisp of my black fire, he can challenge me. Ridiculous. His expression darkened. Throughout Yulan City, only a handful dared to defy him, and now, there was one more person, Luo Feng. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel.